That's gonna be.
You'll check the function, it's a math attack. Adding up numbers, never looking back. Fractions, decimals, keeping it tight.
What did you do first? Matt L. Okay, for question number 2, what can we do? Matt L. What can we do for number 2? Okay, if I draw a line down here, can you do anything on the left or the right side? Okay, Matt, let's distribute. What do you get? Do you know why you get that? Yeah. So, Matt, there's multiplication here. There's multiplication right here, and so you're distributing the candy to everybody who's coming in that group. Okay? All right. Brian M., what should we do? Add 3 to both sides. Brian M., what do you get? (2x plus 12). Thank you. Eileen? Talk to your partner, everybody. 5 seconds. Yes, Eileen. Eileen, do you want to subtract 2x or do you want to subtract 12? Yeah, we're trying to get the x's together. They're in the same group. X equals 12. Raise your hand if you got x equals 12.
All right, in this problem, we're asked to just solve for the variable x. Couple things you should note. I do see a set of parentheses. Something kind of different. I probably would not divide both sides by 2. It would eliminate this 2, but on this side, I get a 3/2 and a -1/2. So I wouldn't want to do that. So I would probably distribute. Times x, 2 times 7. 14. And then this I have 3x minus 1. I need to get the like terms together. What do you guys want to do? Subtract what? Yeah, I would probably subtract the smaller variable. Class, should I put a minus 2x here? Here. Here.
Yes.
3x minus 2x. Bring down the minus 1 equals, this number equals what? 0x, which I don't need to write, and this equals
14.
Now what?
Add 1 to the
Notice how we're using opposites or inverses to go across the equal sign. And this gives us what? What does x equal 15 mean? It is our solution. It means that if I take the x value and I substitute it back in for x, it'll make the statement true. Class, 3 times 15 minus 1, 44. 15 plus 7?
22.
Times 2. 44. They're equal. So what we're doing is, instead of guessing and checking, we actually have these methods to help us find an answer that is true.
Number 13. Class, what do I do with the parentheses? Distribute. Okay, some people were struggling. Distribute means what math operation? Distribute means multiply. I was driving down Magnolia today, and there's a Amazon delivery center. They distribute, they multiply in all those boxes. So it's 8 times the x, 8 times the 2. And over here it stays the same. I get 8x plus what? 16 equals 2x plus 16. You can kind of see it, right? Do you see it? What do I do next, class? Subtract 16. Remember, you're going to cross the equal sign. You have to do the opposites. 8x equals 2x. Okay. What do I do next? What happens if I divide by x? Now, some of you may have done this. If you subtracted 2x, you got 6x equals 0. Divide by that, you get x equals 0. Okay, that would have been wrong. So if I divide by x, well, actually, we could do that. Let's do that. Let's subtract 2x. I get 0 equals 6x. And I subtract or divide? X equals? What is it? 0. Raise your hand if you got 0. If I take 0 and put it back for x, 2 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 16 is 16. 0 plus 2 is 2. 2 times 8 is 16. Makes it true.
All right, let's go over this problem. Ronnie, what do you want to do first? What do you want to multiply? What do you get? Yeah, the student usually repeats the class is the one that writes positive one. Remember to distribute to both terms. How about on the right side here, Isaiah? Good. 2x. What's 2? Remember that 2 times negative 1? Or negative 2. Chantal, what do you want to do next? Chantal, what's left? Joe, what's next? So add 2, you said? Sienna, what do you want to do next? Sienna, what's left? 0 equals 1x. Raise your hand if you got x equals 0. So in this problem, we would probably have to distribute. Reason why you cannot just divide by 2 on both sides. Negative 2 divided by 2 gives you a negative value. Okay?
You first. 5y yeah, what do you get? Negative 30. Class over here, what do we get? Plus 2y. Raise your hand if you got that in your paper. Okay, that's just the first step, distributing, multiplying. Okay, this part's hard because there's multiple ways you can go from here, okay? Someone shout out what they did. Minus 2y. I'm going to put the minus 2y over here because it's subtraction property of equality. Now, I know it looks different, but our answers are going to be the same. How do you move the negative 30 over, class? Plus 30, the opposite. Class, what's the math relationship between 3 and y? Multiplication, so I'm going to have to. Opposite of multiplying is divide. Think of PEMDAS. They show you all the opposites here. Does this make sense? And then I get y equals 14. Raise your hand if you got 14. Try that again. Okay. So the goal is to get the friends together. That's the a, the variable, and the constants. Those are just the numbers. Well, before I do that, I'm going to have to Halloween. I need to distribute. And let's just say you're not sure what the math operation is. Class, what's the relationship between 2 and the parentheses? Multiply. So I'm going to make this super obvious. It's 2 times the A and 2 times the 5. I've given candy to each person that came to the door. I gave the 2 to each of those expressions. Class, what do you think the other side's going to look like? 6 times A and 6 times a negative 5. Okay, now all I have to do is just simplify. Let's do that together. 2a, I can't simplify that anymore, plus 2 times 5 is 10. Okay, pay attention. Tell your partner yes or no. Ready, set, go. Raise your hand yes. Raise your hand no. Okay? If you know what you're doing, these are not like terms. The 2 has an A next to it, and the 10 has no A. So you cannot say they're in the same group. So saying 12A would have been incorrect. I did that on purpose because that's one of the number 1 mistakes students make. Let's come over here. Class, tell me what to write over here. Negative 30. Good. I chose not to do the parentheses because it's by itself now. All right. Now let's choose your own adventure. It's not wrong. Partner A, tell partner B one way we can solve this problem, and partner B, tell partner A another way we can solve it. Okay, she said put negative 10 on both sides. Sorry, I did it on purpose, Katie. It's not that you did it. So, class, is 6a and negative 10 like terms? No, you came to school and this person looks different from you and they come up to your group, never seen them. And you would probably want to move them to be like terms, right? Great. What Katie chose was correct. It's one of the ways. You could have chose a bunch of other ways. This is going to fall down, so we have 2a. Class, 10 and negative 10 equal what? All right, so that equals 0. We don't have to write 0. This is going to go down. And class, what's negative 30 minus 10? Negative 40. Okay. Partner B tell partner A, how do I get the A's together? Ready, set, go. Okay, class, how do I move this 6A to the other side? We're going to do the opposite. So 6A, is it positive or negative? It's positive. So we need to do a opposite, which means minus 6A. If I do it to first period, I need to do it to sixth period. Okay, class, what is 2 minus 6? Negative 4A. And then over here, I have what? Negative 40. Partner B tell partner A, what's the told you the answer. What's the math operation between those, class? Multiplication. Partner B tell partner A, what's the opposite of multiplication? We're going to do what, class? Divide. Negative 4 on both sides. Therefore, x is equal to positive 10. In multi-step equations in this problem, we had to distribute, get the terms together, and then solve for that variable. Uh-oh. What did I do wrong at the end? We were solving for what variable? A. My bad. Say it again. All right, let's go over this one together. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line down the equal sign. Maybe that one didn't show. Let's try this one. Okay. So we talked about how you can use an acronym called PEMDAS. But the difference here is that you're not simplifying an expression, you are solving. So solving means we're going to go from bottom to top. Now in this particular problem, I do see an addition and subtraction. I see it over here, but I'm probably not going to subtract the x until I get more stuff. So I'm going to come back to this one, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do here is distribute. Everyone say distribute? That's like kind of like Halloween, right? You're just passing out candy to everyone that comes. And let's just make this super obvious. Let's say you never learned distributing before, okay? Let's see if I can make this a little bit thicker. So I'm distributing this 5. That's like I like Twix. So it's kind of saying it's 5 times the x and 5 times the negative 2. Do you see how the 5 is distributed or given to everyone inside the parentheses? Let me show you on the other side too. So that means the negative 4 is going to go both towards the 2x by multiplication. Whoops. Right, because it's multiplication. And it's negative 4 times the 7. And I still have the x on the outside. Let's go ahead and simplify here. Five times x is 5x, right? You're just dropping the parentheses. You'll notice that the number is first, then the variable. 5 times a negative 2, negative 10. Negative 4 times 2x, negative 8x. Negative 4 times 7, negative 28, and plus x. Okay, I'm eventually going to get all of the x's on one side. But I see some friends here. On one side of the equation, okay, this is a common mistake for students. They think to themselves, these are x's. They belong together. So I'll do the opposite and do this. Negative x. Okay? This is incorrect. This is incorrect because you only do opposites to go across the river, to go across the line, to go across the equation. If you're on one side, all you have to do is combine like terms. Everyone say combine like terms? And when we combine like terms, all you have to do is just look at the coefficient or the number in front. Class, what's negative 8 plus 1? Negative 7. That becomes negative 7x. Now, some students, I'm trying to clarify all the mistakes students make, they think, Mr. Ng, is that a squared? No. It only becomes squared if you're multiplying. Do you see this? It's really 1 plus 1. If you're multiplying, you get x squared. If you're doing this one, 1x plus 1x, that becomes 2x. We're just adding the numbers in front. Okay? So it is not squared. And I still have the minus 28. All right. So from here, this is correct, right? Class, you tell me. 5x plus 7x. 12x. What do I do with the negative 10? Class, what do I do with the negative 10? Bring it down. Class, negative 7x plus 7x. 0. And what do I do with the negative 28? Bring it down. Partner B, tell partner A, should we add 10 or divide by 12? Raise your hand, add. Raise your hand, divide. Yep, we're doing here. You see how I'm doing opposites to go across the equal sign? Does that make sense? So bring this down. What do I get? 12x. This becomes what? 0. And over here becomes negative 18. Partner A, tell partner B, how do you get rid of the 12? Class, we need to? Yeah, the opposite of multiplication is division. I get x equals. I want you to notice the negative sign here in yellow. I'm kind of putting it in line with the purple. Does that make sense? Because a negative divided by a positive is what? Negative. Class, what are the factors of 18? Numbers that multiply to be 18. 1 and 18, 2 and 9, and 6 and 3. What are the factors of 12? Oops. 6 and 2, or 3 and 4. But I chose 6, so I can do this. I'm reducing the fraction. So my answer is x equals negative 3/2.
We love math A, we love math A, we love math A. Every time we divide, we already know the path A. Then we multiply, all we gotta do is roll the die A.
All right, over here, I'm going to distribute class 2 times x is 2x. 2 times 2 is 4. On the right side, 2 times x is, and 2 times 1 is 2. Put your fingers on the like terms for both sides. 2x and 3x make what? 6x or 5x? You're just adding. So 5x plus 4. On the right side, which two are like terms? The 2 and the 1. So you would get 2x what? Plus 3. Okay, this is choose your own adventure, but it's easier if the x is on the left side. I'm going to move this across. To do that, I have to do the opposite. Minus 2x. Minus 2x. So I get what? 5 minus 2 is 3x, gravity, plus 4 equals what? What's on the right side? 3. This falls down. Let's get those numbers together. How do I do that? Let's call on somebody. Allison. Should I divide by 3 or subtract 4? Allison, do you mind looking back here when you talk so I can hear you? She says subtract 4. That's right. From PEMDAS, going backwards, you have to do addition subtraction first. I have 3x equals negative 1. And Karen, what do we do next? Divide by 3. Go slow here, guys. Sometimes, oops. I did not go slow. Stop. What am I doing? Divide by 3. Class, what's 3 divided by 3? 1. X equals, pay attention. Negative divided by a positive is? Okay, I'm going to put the negative sign in line with the fraction line. The whole expression is now negative. So this is x equals negative 1/3.
Okay guys, I'm gonna give you guys free time to do your work. I've been trying to do my work, but I just can't seem to get this right. I see what you're doing wrong. You're not doing the operations the PEM does right. You keep dividing first and not multiplying first. Oh my gosh, I realize that now. Thank you. Thou shalt honor the correct order of operations. That's what Mr. Ang always says. Thank you.